my fiance, Angelo.
Peace.
We wanted to introduce ourselves. We are an engaged couple from the Pacific Northwest. We live up in Western Washington, north of Seattle. And during COVID, I started to become very interested in the bus life, van life, nomad life experience. And so we just want to introduce ourselves. I personally work in marketing, so I'm a marketing coordinator for a local nonprofit here in Western Washington, and COVID has expanded that into a position that is now very easily able to do remotely. And then you are
retired service member and a musician on the side. So this was a great opportunity to do something like this and travel across the U.S. to play music.
Yeah. So that's really come into play in a lot of our decisions and what we were looking for in a vehicle. So we quickly realized that van life was probably too small for us. I think van life's a great idea as a single person, but not so great as a couple or family traveling. And the other piece is that he wants to be able to play his music on the road. And so a big part of that is having storage space.
So she's been on the hunt and doing some research looking for something that's slightly bigger than a standard van. And she got her mitts on something that we went to go get.
So we're going to show you a little of that journey now, and then we'll give you a tour of what we came home with. Hey guys, I'm Alicia.
I'm Angelo. What are we doing today?
We're on an adventure to go find Kimani. Guys, so this is our new bus. This is Kimani. She's parked in front of our house. She's ours. We're going to give you a quick tour. Just one second, we'll flip around. All right, so this is Kimani. She's a 1997 Ford Ecoline. She's a Super Duty 7.3 liter diesel, Powerstroke diesel. And she's got some miles on her, but she's in really, really great shape. So I'll give you a quick tour here on the outside. Everything's looking really good. Some concerns we have on the outside here is fixing up this area around the windshield. It needs to be just cleaned up, resealed, make sure there's no problems here. We got a couple of lights out up here on the board up here at the top. We got a couple of decals here that'll come off as we keep going, and we're probably going to give her a paint job. As we looked a little bit closer, you can kind of tell that there's some differences in the paint here on the back end. Windows are in pretty good shape. They look pretty decent, but we'll definitely make sure that all the seals are in good shape, things like that. She's got a beautiful rose on the side of her, which if we paint, that will be coming off. On the back end, we have this really awesome storage area. So we talked about storage in the bus and being really important. And so this is one of the big, huge sellers for us. This bus is so long and already has this built-in storage area that is going to be great for hauling gear, music gear, but it's also going to be a great place to put you know, random things. So things like camp chairs, and Angelo really wants a Blackstone, a little mini Blackstone to travel with us, but as well as his music gear will go back here. It'll also probably house, this back area will house our electrical system and batteries. I've got a couple of lights out that we need to, you know, just replace bulbs. Replace the bulb here on the license plate holder. But she's got some scratches, little spots here that we're going to need to patch up, and then give her a nice good paint. But other than that, one other thing is that these two back windows are not tinted. So they got broken a couple of years ago by the original, or not by the original owners, but while the original owners owned it. And so these will need to be tinted unless we end up boarding this area up and not using it. We're not really sure yet, but how our floor plan is exactly going to lay out, but we will need to figure out that. Let's see, from this other end, oh, brand new tires. We also have new brakes and new shocks. We are in a dually. We've got dually wheels back here on the back. So she's really stable. You can jump up and down. She really doesn't wiggle much. She's in really great shape. Let's take a look at the inside. So one other thing that was a big draw for us in this bus is that there is a driver's seat and a passenger seat. So that was really important to us as a couple traveling together, is if one person is driving, we didn't want the other person to have to be back, sitting in the very back of the bus, or, you know, sitting in a weird space, not be able to talk to each other, to help not be able to help navigate, things like that. So that was really important to us. So we were pretty lucky that we found a cab that has the driver and the passenger seat here so that we can easily get in and out. We also have a handicap ramp, which comes out from our stairs, which is very, very unique from what I'm hearing in the bus world. We have not tried it out yet. The battery is dead. So we're going to give that a try. We're debating whether or not we keep it, just because it might be easier not to deal with it, or if we get rid of it to get the weight out of the bus. So inside we still have all the seats. These are coming out. These are actually posted up on Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace. So if anybody's looking for bus seats, let me know. They are in really fabulous condition, but they need to come out. So all of this will be coming out, as well as all of the fabric body. We'll be stripping this all the way down. We'll also be stripping out the floor to check for any leaks or anything like that. In the back here is they used to have a bathroom. There's nothing in there now. It's now just a storage closet. That will also be coming out, but we will keep that back wall in some configuration. And we're not sure if we're going to keep the existing one or if we'll build our own, but that back door will live there. So it gives us about 17 feet of space in this body of the cab, and we're 7.5 feet wide. And right now we're about 6 foot 2 inches tall, but we're hoping to gain a little bit more space when we pull out the this middle bar here that is currently housing lighting and speakers. If we flip around, we have kind of a command center here that has the heater vents, things like that. This bottom area is the current lighting, but it's also our switch to open and close our door, as well as the air conditioning controls. This all opens up, and then over here is our current fuse box for the bus. So we'll probably be keeping most of this. We'll obviously be pulling out these lights, so those will go away, and we're debating if we're keeping the bus doors or if we are going to replace with a more standard house door to better secure and have some better weatherproofing here on the main part of the bus. All right. Anything else you want to say, babe?
No, I'm waiting for this adventure to begin.
Yeah, first step is taking out these seats. So join us next week as we figure out how to take out these seats. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.